Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Tone, I watched your show yesterday, and first of all, I apologize for missing it. It couldn't be helped. I really got a kick out of your intro that you forgot what show you were on, and you forgot how to say "Welcome to the Daily High" with your host, Tone Vase, without Matt McGregor. But how are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm in Miami. Still in Miami, different place in Miami. And yeah, heading up to the cabin in a couple of days.
Great. Is it still hot there in America?
It's Miami in Florida in August is
Yeah,
insane, but it'll
insane.
be
Yeah,
nice and up in the Northeast.
fantastic. All right. Well, market's moving. It's dropping right now. It's plenty to talk about. I suppose I'll go first because you went solo last night. I can go through it pretty quickly if you like.
Yeah, go for it.
Uh, Terrific. Or oh yeah, it's dropping really hard. Okay, so we're looking at the daily time frame right now. And when we did the show like 2 days ago when I was online, I said that like we're struggling here with the 50 simple moving average. And once again today we have struggled with that 50 simple moving average, but it's funny when this happens. I mean, it coincides perfectly with, there, where the I could make that even straighter probably. Look at that. I mean, like that's we just didn't get the breakout. So I mean, whether it was a 50 simple moving average or it was just where that candle closed here, and that it looks pretty clear um, that this is causing some spot of concern. I don't mind this at all, to be honest. I don't mind this little flashy, crashy thing we're having right now. And I only call it a flash crash because when we look at the lower time frames, you'll see that this has happened pretty recently. Okay, I remember it being a little higher than this 30 minutes ago when I looked at it. So, yeah, this is a really good chance. It'll give Bangbox a chance to reset, and we'll go through that in a minute. But look, I really don't mind this at all. I know that you are concerned, and there's plenty of reasons to be concerned, I suppose. But when we did the show 2 days ago, I said I really like this spot here to put in this W pattern, this higher low structure, and as long as I said there was a trade on even from here, like we just very well defined stop loss here, and I stand by that now. Like even if this comes back down, I see this as a really good chance to reaccumulate with a pretty good stop loss in place just below these closing points. That maybe hell, like, it depends where this comes down to and how quickly, but I can definitely see a really good upside trade here, which has a limited downside potential because you'd have a stop loss in place at a really clean spot. But we'll see how that plays out. I'm not totally convinced that we're done with the low side. I could definitely make a case for it. I just don't want to at this point because there's no reason to completely right yet. I'm still completely in my trade from 52 200. Haven't done anything. Haven't did, cut the trade. Haven't done anything. I'm still just sitting in it. I want that to be a trade I can sit in for a really long time. 4 hour time frame. See what I mean? Like this is happening right now. And it's going to be great to look at the 10 a.m. reversal here because I think we've got a real good shot at a 10 a.m. reversal today if this is happening right now. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on that. I, yeah, there's not much to go off here on the 4 hour time frame. I'm still fine with it. And as I said, look, we might come back down to the 50 simple moving average on the 4 hour time frame right now at 59 200. I think that's a really good chance to enter on a upside trade here. I like it a lot. What do we got in the hourly? Is it anything? Yeah, we're starting to get below these moving averages. Perhaps we'll come back and retest the 200 here. We might get a little green diamond come in. Don't know. Don't know if this is a flash crash just before the US markets opened, or I haven't heard any reason why this would happen, but it's interesting nonetheless. Is the quicker it falls, I think the harder it falls, I think the better it'll bounce, to be honest. I don't mind it. Don't mind it. I just want to, before I go into Bangbox, I want to have a look at the weekly time frame to see if this where it puts us on the weekly time frame right now. Yeah, this is what I was a little bit worried about. This getting rejected off the 7 simple moving average and perfectly on the 30 simple moving average here. We still are in that posturing of a dead cat bounce. Unfortunately, we haven't cleared it yet. Without This is the hard thing about these moving averages, getting this bearish cross here. That we had the crash, we had a fantastic either dead cat bounce or recovery. it's Schrodinger's cat at this point. It's liminal space between. I don't know if this is a dead cat bounce, which is perfectly came up to retest the moving averages, which is textbook dead cat bounce sort of stuff. But if we clear these moving averages, which only has to go slightly higher than it was, 62, 200 at this point, then I feel that it's a recovery. And it's really, as Sock said in our show 2 weeks ago, um, every single hour, every single day seems relevant at the moment. And I just I think that was really well put, Sock. Just on that, Socrates and I will be doing our show together again on Friday morning Australia time, about 11 a.m. Australia time Friday, and a Japan time Friday. And it'll be in Mountain Time, American Mountain Time, Denver time at what is the time? 7 p.m. 7 p.m. tomorrow night, Socrates Mountain Time will be going. So
I'm gonna
hang out
try
for
to
that.
join that. I should be up at the cabin tomorrow night by 9 p.m. Eastern time, because it's an Eastern time zone. I'm gonna try and join that show with you guys.
I'd love that, mate. That'd be fantastic. So there was a great to be with him the other week. Just give me 1 second. This is doing this weird glitch thing these days. I don't know why. Just give me 1 second. I gotta reload the screen. Um, it's got this carryover glitch on it. I don't know why. I have to talk to the coder. Sorry, just bear with me 1 second. This is definitely worth the wait.
Yeah, the Bangbox had two trades since the last time you were on the show. One a small loss, and one was a nice gain, right?
Right. It was. I don't know what to tell you. It's got this weird. This is not bang. Don't stress. Bangbox doesn't have a glitch, but this indicator that I've built here has got some weird glitch thing happening on it right now. I don't know why it's doing this. It's just started doing it recently, where it's like carrying over the colors, and I have to talk to the code. I did mention it, but when I tried to show him, I couldn't get it to do it. So, but now it is doing it. So, it's like when you
Well,
get sick
now
and
it's
go to the
on
doctor.
video, so you can just send them the YouTube stream.
Yeah, I will. All right. Well, we I can't show it. I can't show it why it's doing this. So, but yeah, we put in an 18% trade last night, and which was fantastic. And the trade prior to that came out at about a 5% loss. With slippage, some people got about 8% loss, which is unfortunate. But 18% last night. This is I can't show you. I don't know why it's not doing it, but we got into the trade here, pulled out beautifully about here, and the price is now cascaded down to below even the entry price. And this has fallen really hard right now. And we have, of course, reset Bangbox, which is great. But this is I can't wait to see what the 10 a.m. reversal looks like, mate. So please take us through that. And I'm coming off screen share right now. Please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Please use the affiliate links in the discount group below. Join the Discord group. Absolutely humming right now. Join Bangbox. You've got nothing to lose. Tone, take us away, mate.
All right, let's go to well, the 10 a.m. reversal right now. But while Matt was speaking, I was pulling up the chart of CPI. The CPI numbers are officially out. I mean, you kind of have to understand how to read them. The CPI came in at 0.2%. That was inflation month over month. The one I'm looking for is the year over year comes in at 2.9. And the way to really understand it is by looking at a chart like this. This is a year-over-year change in inflation, and you can see that the today's number came in at 2.9, which is literally the lowest CPI reading since what is that, May 2021. So inflation, according to the government, and we could, you can go to shadowstats.com and try to prove to yourself that inflation has been 8% for the last 40 years every single month. But in reality, this is what the government says inflation is. It is now at its lowest. And it's exactly what I've been saying on Twitter Spaces. And we're going to do Twitter Spaces later today. And I'm doing a show with Mark Wood later today as well. Mark Wood's show is in about 2 hours from now. And then Twitter Spaces is going to be 2 hours, right, or immediately following that show. So basically, inflation is coming down. Unemployment is going up. GDP numbers came in very high. And that sets up the perfect combination for the Fed to lower the rate. And you can see on the Fed's expectation for the late lowering that these numbers are switching big. That there will be a 25 basis point cut in September. There is a 60% chance of that. And there is a 40% chance that the cut is going to be 50 basis points. Again, I'm talking to people, some insiders that think the Fed is going to raise the rate in order to prevent a complete collapse of the stock market. But I don't know, out of Japan, but lowering the rate in the US would create more speculation in the stock market as well. So it's interesting. I think the Fed will lower the rate by 25 basis points. That's my view on it. Let's go straight to the 10 a.m. reversal. We're going to go into the S&P 500 here. The S&P 500 on a 5-minute chart has just put in a low. So what do I need to enter a 10 a.m. reversal trade? I need strength. Right now, this is the 10 a.m. candle. Since this candle is making new lows, I need to wait until this candle ends. So we have 5 minutes to go and take a look at the price of Bitcoin and see what it's doing. Yep, I woke up this morning or yesterday evening actually. I watched the price go into that almost 62,000, and even on current candle it was 62,000. And the best I'm hoping for is this consolidation into a breakout. I am still not convinced. I am perfectly okay with my 40% bullish allocation. I'm also ready to cut this allocation to zero at first sign of trouble. If the price of Bitcoin goes below 58,000, I am going to cut this position down to zero. If the price of Bitcoin stabilizes above 64,000, I will flip this position to 100%. As long as we're between 58,000 and 64,000, I'm probably going to do absolutely nothing. I think this is the best scenario here. I think Bitcoin is still in a little bit of danger. Let's look at the short-term chart. I have no idea what caused this big turnaround. We did break out of this concerning triangle that I had drawn, but now we're suddenly back into that triangle. I do think the 10 a.m. reversal is coming right now, and I do think that we should stabilize in this zone here. Let me get one of these things. I do think that we will get the reversal. Oh, that's not what let me see here. This. I do think we're going to get a reversal sometime in the next hour. And I don't know, maybe do something like this and that and that and that and that and that and that. And this is this is an hourly chart, and eventually I'll stop, right? Eventually we'll break out, right? So this is kind of what I'm anticipating. Right now we are dropping, so we stay patient and we wait. But if we keep dropping, I'm going to cut bait. So this is my absolute line in the sand here. If we go below 58,000, I think Bitcoin's in a little bit of trouble here. However, on a 5-minute chart, just like with the S&P, let's see if there's going to be oh, there it is. There's your reversal. Yeah. It's pretty
Yep.
much time to go long here. I'm going to give it a little bit of time. This is a beautiful candle right here on the S&P. What's the measured move on this candle? Man, that's a 5-point swing here. Yeah, I would love to get in the middle of this candle. Counting the seconds here. With 1 minute to go, I can start entering the trade. Unless it goes all the way down, and then I walk away. So let's see here.
Oh, it'll finish strong.
So what I would do is I would actually I would go long if it breaks this line. If it breaks the line going up, I'm in long at the line. Boom, I'm long at the line. And now I have a stop loss right here. That's my stop loss. Maybe I give it a little bit of wiggle room here. Let's see how this goes. What's my risk? 5 points. A little more
God,
than I like, but
you
that's
got to put
okay.
the countdown clock on this chart, dude. This is blind. I didn't realize how much I needed it.
Oh, over there? Yeah, I
Yeah, yeah,
should.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I should. I will in a second. So I raise the stop loss when I'm making more than 5 points. That's when we raise the stop loss, and then we have a take profit somewhere up here. I rarely get into a take profit situation. I usually let my trailing stop losses or stop losses do the work. And let me add the countdown because it is necessary here. Where are my settings? Why did they change the settings button? It's
Yeah.
always like a wheel. Now it's like now it's like a
Go
stop sign. It's
go to
really
the
weird.
bottom. Go to the bottom right hand side of the. Yeah. Yeah.
That
There.
one?
Yeah. There. Yeah. Click on that.
Oh yeah. Where is it? So
Countdown to bar close. Second from the bottom.
there it
Yep.
is. Yeah, yeah, that's useful. Right. So Bitcoin should
Nice.
be
Nice close.
reversing as well. Hmm?
Yep. Yep. Nice. Nice close.
Right. So the moment we go up, I start raising that stop loss. I can already raise it to the bottom of that candle. And now let's go take a look at Bitcoin, see what it's doing.
Not yet.
It's not reversing yet, but the reversal in the S&P is giving me confidence that Bitcoin is going to reverse. So the same thing applies at the break of this line. Long trade executes. This candle goes green, long trade executes. Stop loss goes in below the swing low. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There goes the stop loss. Let's see.
No, you're right. You're right.
Let's see. So far, so good, but it's not looking good already. You know, it's always perfect on the day that we did a stream at like 8 a.m. and not during the 10 a.m. part. That day was perfect. It's gonna hit the stop loss. They have to get super lucky for it not to.
Dude, this is what it's like with Bangbox. We've got
Yeah,
200 people in the trade, and I'm staring at it like this.
yeah. All right. I'm gonna go look at other markets, then we get back to this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Gold still bullish. And what is this? Oh, yeah, Ethereum is on an MRI buy.
Mm.
So dead cat bounce and then zero eventually. It'll head that way. Solana is the only one, I mentioned it yesterday. It's the only shitcoin that is long-term bullish against Bitcoin from a TA perspective. It's the only one. There's nothing else. Like nothing else that's like in the top 20 or something of market cap. And I'm sure there is like something in the 5,000 range that may look bullish. I have no idea, but from everything on my list, from all like the top shitcoins, Solana is the only one that has a bullish TA structure. I don't know for how long. Hopefully not long, but it's the only one. And not much to say about oil. Let's get back to this here. See if we're able to avoid it. So this becomes an interesting situation, right? Like if the trade becomes positive again, what do you do? Do you keep it or not?
Keep
Personally,
it.
to me, this 10 a.m. reversal is failing. So
Mm.
I would actually get out of this trade if it comes back to above my break even. So I already do not like this trade, right? Like the 10 a.m. reversal should have already put me in a good profit, but it's not. So I would probably get out of this uh, at least half. I would cut my trade in half. Now, whatever my trade was in size, the moment this trade goes into the green, the moment it hits my purple line, I would cut this trade in half because I'm already like happy that it didn't
Mm.
stop me out. This should not have happened.
It's
But
funny.
clearly this is yeah.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would. I would just keep the systematic approach. And I'm happy to lose money on the trade. And if I
Well,
followed the principle,
I'm just saying I would play it safe and cut
mm,
the trade in half, right? So whatever this trade was, right now, again, I'm not happy with the trade at all, and
yeah,
I'm expecting it to get stopped out.
right,
It pretty much came right to my break even,
right,
but I got greedy and I wanted a few ticks above break even to cut
right.
the trade in half. Well, but what I should have done is cut the trade in half when it came back to my entry, which was my thinking, and which it did. You can see it sitting right on the green line there. Again, it came to within a
Spitting
tick.
distance.
Right. It came to within 50 cents. Now, the futures trade at 25-cent increments, and they're very, very efficient. So, like I said, I already do not like this trade. And so
Mm.
what would happen here in Bitcoin, right? So obviously this trade didn't execute. So I'm still waiting for my reversal. So I would like lower my entry to the top of this candle. I'm just waiting for a reversal candle. The moment I get a reversal candle, and I like the 10-minute candles more than the 5-minute candles. So maybe I use the 10-minute version. But
It's
the S&P
tanking.
should be stopping me out. Yep, and it did.
Bang.
Right. So that's why I said like when I saw this the no follow through on this candle, that's it. It's time to kind of take your break even and be happy instead of actually watching your stop loss get hit. So
Yeah. No, you were right, dude. Spot on. Spot on.
yeah, in a real environment, right? Yes, I have my stop loss placed, but I also have my finger on the mouse. So I could always just say market sell at any time. Because you can market sell these things and they're very, very, it's the most liquid contract in the world. Very, very efficient, and I would have just saved money. Like the moment this candle started to crash, I probably would have just said, okay, I'm done. I lost a few $100, and maybe we'll get lucky at 11 a.m. So obviously the stock market keeps going down, and Bitcoin will do the same.
Yep.
Yep. So no long entry in Bitcoin yet.
When
That's a
would you give
really
up
big,
on
yeah.
when would you give up on this strategy here of when would you just say, oh, I'm not even going to try it?
Well, no, I wouldn't, right? Because eventually it has to reverse. Nothing goes down
Right.
forever.
Right.
So I would be glued to the screen waiting for first signs of reversal. Okay, so even let's say here's a 10-minute chart. I see, for example, if the price keeps going down and suddenly the CMF starts to go in the green, that gives me a lot of confidence that things about to reverse, right? If I see a reversal candle, if I see like volume coming in, uh, look, the 10-minute RSI is, when was the last time it went that low? Oh, look, right here at this 10 a.m. reversal, or right there. Like, this is a very good, look at this RSI on a
Yeah.
10-minute chart. The last time it went that low was up here, and look, it bounced. Yes, it made a new low later, but it still bounced. So I'm more interested than ever in catching this falling knife. I just need to wait for signs of strength. I'm
Upside.
not going to randomly buy it. But anyway, but this show can't go on forever, so we gotta stop. Right. So same thing on the S&P. I would try one more time. Eventually, a reversal is coming. So if it's not 10 a.m., maybe 10:30. If it's not 10:30, maybe it's 11. But I will try one more time. Just one more time. That's why I would need a little more conviction. Like here, I'm using the 10 a.m. and some price and a little bit of price trade. Now I'm gonna need straight up price trade. I'm not gonna time it based on time anymore. Now I need to make sure that the price is reversing. Ideally, I have a reversal candle that's a doji candle, not a massive hammer candle. So the problem with a massive hammer candle is if this candle suddenly becomes a green candle, you're entering your trade up here, but your stop loss is unreasonably low. And
Yeah.
that creates a lot of risk. I would love to see a tight reversal doji candle giving me a beautiful small risk profile.
Yeah, yeah,
You,
I agree. I hate when that happens.
right,
When the margin's too great from the mark price to the end, stop loss.
right. So these right there. So that's why I switched to the 5 minute chart, but 10 minute chart's better. I would love to just have the next. This marks the low, and then the next candle is a doji candle right here on the bottom end of this candle, and then we start to rise. That would be my ideal situation. I do think the markets are going to reverse. Oh, this is the situation. This is what I was describing on the other chart, right? Like this marks the low, and this gives me a green candle, and then the next candle starts trading above that candle. That gives me a second chance to enter this trade with a stop loss um, down there. With a stop loss here. All right, I think we have to get going. Oh, there's a reversal candle on a 10 minute. There it is on a 5 minute. We still have 4 minutes to go, which is rough. But yeah, I think we're reversing. You see the RSI starting to tick up on a 5 minute chart, not on a 10 minute chart. Oh yeah, the CMF is starting to tick up on a 10 minute chart. Nice strength. Bullish volume spike already. That's the tone-based volume. Green volume spike, red candle. Turned red. He's flipping red to green right now. I do want to see this green volume spike. And that allows me a little bit of strength next candle, allows me to enter. Yeah, we've fallen a lot in the last hour and a
Yeah,
half. It's going to bounce.
yeah, yeah,
It may not make it to new highs. It may still go back to 50,000, but for the next few hours, I expect it to bounce.
yeah. Me too.
Same, just like the S&P.
All right.
All right, let's wrap it up. Yeah, we got a
Thank you,
bunch of
everybody.
shows, guys. A bunch of shows. And Mark Wood in 2 hours. I'll follow up on this situation in 2 hours.
Yeah, definitely. Mark Wood tonight, and then Socrates tomorrow night if you're in America. Um, absolutely fantastic promotion with Blowfin once again here. Have a screenshot this and have a read of this. This is absolutely awesome, and I really really urge you to get on board this Blowfin, man. It's really really cool. These rewards are excellent, and they've still got their 10% cash back up to $2,000 for deposits. Really really good exchange. Can't wait to bring Bangbox to the Blowfin, and that being said, thank you again for joining. It's Wednesday already. Is Wednesday today? Thursday? Don't know. Don't know. Lost track of
Wednesday.
time. Wednesday. Have a wonderful night. Go Bitcoin, and we'll see you the same time tomorrow.
All right.